Every time you send a photo, you're basically performing a magic trick. You tap a screen, and a file just appears miles away in seconds. But it's not magic, right? It's an absolutely incredible, high-speed journey. In this explainer, we're going to follow that journey step by step to understand how your phone's data actually works. So think about it. You tap send on a photo, and in less than a second, it pops up on your friend's phone, maybe clear across the country. It feels like it just teleports there. But how does a picture really travel through thin air? What is the secret behind that one single tap? Well, to make sense of all this, let's use a simple analogy. I want you to think of your data, that photo, that message, as a package. And our job today is to follow that package on what is probably the fastest, most complex delivery route in the entire world, from the second you hit send to the moment it arrives. So, where does this whole journey begin? It starts right there, in the palm of your hand. The very first step is getting that package prepped and shipped out of your phone. Okay, so your phone doesn't just beam the actual photo into the air. Nope. First, it has to prepare the package for its journey. It takes your information and it converts it into a digital signal, a language of just ones and zeros. Then it encodes that signal onto a radio wave, which is basically translating your package into a format that can travel wirelessly. Once it's all converted, your phone's antenna broadcasts that radio wave out in all directions. It's kind of like shouting, searching for the nearest cell tower, which is its first stop on this lightning-fast trip. And that, right there, is the first invisible leap. Okay, package received. The cell tower has it. But that tower, that's just the local post office. Now our package enters this massive private world that belongs to your mobile carrier. Companies like Verizon or Vodafone. So let's think of the cell tower as a really crucial sorting facility. It catches that radio wave from your phone, translates it from an airborne signal back into digital data, and then it forwards your package into its company's private ground-based network. It's the gateway from the air back down to the earth. From that tower, your data enters what's called the core network, and you can think of this as the carrier's central nervous system. It's this huge web of fiber optic cables and high-speed switching centers that's routing millions of these data packages all at once. It's a busy place. All right, now that our package is inside this bustling network, it has to follow some rules of the road. And these rules, they determine just how fast and efficiently it travels. And you know them as standards like 4G and 5G. Let's go back to our delivery analogy for a second. If your data is a package, then 4G and 5G are basically the shipping options you choose. Think of it as the difference between, say, standard shipping and next-day air. Both are going to get the package there, but one is a whole lot faster and way more powerful. So let's break down what those shipping options really mean. Speed. That's pretty straightforward. How fast the package moves. And yeah, 5G is a lot faster than 4G. Capacity is about how many packages the network can handle at the same time without getting all jammed up. And 5G's capacity is just massive in comparison. And then there's this word latency. So what on earth is latency? Well, it's just a fancy word for delay. It's how long it takes for your package to start its journey after you hit send. So lower latency means a more responsive, almost instantaneous connection. And that is why 5G is such a huge game changer for things like competitive gaming or super smooth video calls where every single millisecond counts. We are on the final leg. Our package has just flown through the carrier's core network at an unbelievable speed. Now it has to make its final delivery. And this part is the crucial handoff. Your carrier's private network acts as the on-ramp to the huge public internet highway. And right here, your data package is sent out onto that global system, routed through countless servers and cables to find its exact destination, whether that's a website server in another country or your friend's phone just across town. So let's just quickly recap that entire journey. Your phone converts your info into a radio wave. The nearest cell tower catches it and shoots it into the carrier's core network. That network routes it based on 4G or 5G rules, and then, finally, it launches it onto the internet to arrive at its destination. Simple, right? And the most amazing part of all this whole complex, multi-stage journey from your thumb to a server halfway across the world and back again, it all happens in a fraction of a second. It's an incredible symphony of technology working flawlessly every single time you go online. It really makes you think, doesn't it? I mean, we've gone from those old dial-up modems to nearly instantaneous global communication in just a couple of decades. With data traveling this fast and only getting faster, the question is, what's the next piece of magic we'll be taking for granted? What's the next thing we'll be holding in our pockets?